Judge Neil Gorsuch's confirmation hearing is set for March 20th. Gorsuch is President Trump's nominee to fill the Supreme Court seat left vacant by the late Justice Antonin Scalia. Trump promised to nominate someone in the same judicial mold as Justice Scalia. To find out more about the judicial giant and how he viewed his role on the bench, we spoke with someone who knew Scalia well, very well, his own son and Catholic priest, Father Paul Scalia. Father Scalia, thank you so much for speaking with us today.
It's good to be with you. Thank you.
So President Trump promised to nominate a pro-life justice to the Supreme Court to replace your father, Justice Antonin Scalia. But your father didn't even like to be called a pro-life jurist. Is that right?
That's correct. That's correct. One of the, I think, most central things of my dad's jurisprudence was that he wasn't concerned about results. He wasn't results-oriented. He wanted to get things right as regards the law. And what does the law say, and what is being asked, and rule according to that. He wasn't a judge in order to get certain results, and he would bristle at the thought that that was the purpose of being a judge. He was more interested in the rule of law and clarifying the laws and judging according to the law and about the law, and not about a particular result.
And truly a constitutionalist.
Absolutely.
Really. Yes.
Absolutely.
Now, you, along with your mother, were at the White House when President Trump announced his nomination of Judge Gorsuch. What was it like to be there?
The president was very gracious and kind. I was just there to accompany my mom. My mom was the one who was invited, and I got to tag along, in effect, and just be there with her, which was a great honor. And the president, he was really gracious and kind, and very attentive to my mom. And I think it was a very nice thing for him to invite her there. It was good to be there.
Now, your father was a devout Catholic. How much do you think faith should impact how a justice rules on the court?
It's a good question. It shouldn't impact it in the sense of importing particular doctrines into one's jurisprudence or rulings. Again, that gets back to the question of what's the purpose of a judge? Is he trying to get particular results, or is he just trying to rule according to the law? The faith is inevitably going to have some impact because it determines how we view things, and so to the degree that it shapes character, that it gives it imbues a person with integrity, and for respect for the rule of law, respect for the governing authorities and things like that, I think that's exactly what should happen. In my father's case, one of the things about our Catholic faith is, as regards morality, we're not interested in getting the right results, and we are interested in living rightly. And sometimes when we live rightly, we'll get the right results, right? We live uprightly, and we're blessed with, a good job, a good family, home, things like wonderful. Mm-hmm. Other times we live uprightly and we don't get all of those things. The goal is not to get something or to establish something or to gain something. The goal is to live in an upright manner according to our Lord's instructions. And I think that's reflected in my dad's jurisprudence. His goal was not certain results. It was, let's observe the law correctly. Let's have that respect for the rule of law. So that's a way I think that his faith shaped things, not in an explicit way, but just I think in the formation of character.
Father, thank you so much for your insight and for speaking with us today.
Thank you, Catherine.
Father Paul Scalia has written a new book on Catholic doctrine called That Nothing May Be Lost. It will be released March 25th.